We want to welcome everybody to the Spain versus Chinese Taipei feed, as this is going to be Last Raps Baseball's first of the year. And right off the bat, our friend Jim Feltner says no sound. But now we are here that the baseball season is with us. Our friend God is Great is in the house. Chris, we welcome EG and everybody else who likes to listen in. It is Spain versus Chinese Taipei here tonight is what we're going to call. We'll call all the late games. So hopefully you guys will be with us for these tonight and for tomorrow and the day after. And then, of course, the 2-3 game that we'll call as well. We were talking a little bit before we came on here as we didn't have any particular sound. The other group that will go off from March 2nd to March 6th in Arizona is going to be Brazil, China, Colombia, and Germany. And so the way this is going to work in the qualifiers, the first game went off earlier tonight. Nicaragua had knocked off South Africa in extra innings, 2-1. In fact, the Nicaraguans came from a 1-0 deficit to tie the game, and then it ended up going into extras. And with runners on the corners, a base hit single won the ball game for the Nicaraguans. So they have a early 1-0 lead. If there is a chance for Chinese Taipei to lose a game in the round robin, this might be the one right here, as they are going to be taking on Spain. Spain does have the benefit of some imports, as they've got some Venezuelans mainly and some Dominicans who have Spanish descendants, and that will allow them to be able to put some folks into their lineup. It's going to be a pretty healthy crowd at the Taipei Dome. Of course, unlike the first game where there were more empty seats than people, it is expected that this game will be a sellout here tonight. Well, first of all, we're going to give you the starting lineups, and tonight it'll be the visitors from Spain. And leading off and playing right field is number 2, Andres Angulo. Hitting second and playing in center field is number 7, Engel Beltre. Batting third and playing third base is number 11, Wander Encarnacion. In the cleanup spot and playing first base is number 16, Jesus Ustares. Batting fifth is the designated hitter tonight, number 18, and that's Rusper Estrada. Hitting sixth and playing shortstop is number 19, Edison Valerio. Batting seventh in left field is number 14, Chris Quitzer. Hitting eighth and doing the catching is number 40, Gabriel Lino. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Carlos Comenaz-Arez. And I apologize in advance if we're going to mess up some names. I have a feeling tonight there's some unfamiliar names that we are going to be seeing. And so hopefully we can give you that as we move along. And there is the starting pitcher tonight for Chinese Taipei has announced it was a late starting pitcher. It is going to be Chen who takes to the mound for them, and that would be Yu-Hung Chen. So that is your starting lineup. And we are just about ready to get this one underway here. So Yu-Hung Chen is the starter for Chinese Taipei. We will give you the starting lineups for Chinese Taipei before they come to bat. So we are just about ready to get this one moving now. There may be a little bit of a delay between our feed and the game, and so hopefully we can give you guys that. The first pitch is underway, and it is a fastball swung on and fouled away by Angulo, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no stats for anybody yet in the tournament, as this is game number 1. Right-hander against the right-hander as he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into left field. Moving back and underneath it will be the left fielder, Lin, and he's there to make the catch, and that will retire Angulo for the first out of the innings. So 1 up and 1 away here for Spain, and that'll bring up the center fielder in Engel Beltre. Defensively tonight for Chinese Taipei, from starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Chi Wei Lin in left, Chi Xian Chen in center, and the right fielder is Po Swang Wang. As the pitch ready to come here from the right-hander as he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0 to Beltre. Around the horn from first to third, it is Ningting Wu at first. The second baseman is Zhu Wei Lin. Yu Chang is the shortstop with the third baseman of Sung Xian Li. And there is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count goes even to 1-1 on Beltre. And then, of course, the battery is of Chen and Yu Che Kao. There is a fastball swung on. This is going to be lined over the head of the second baseman into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding first and holding there with a 1-out single is Engel Beltre. And And so Beltre has got things going here for the Spanish in their half of the inning. He is the runner at first. With one gone, that'll bring up the third baseman, Wander Encarnacion. And we welcome, as we said, everybody who is into the stream tonight. As we said, everybody that is popping in or popping out throughout the night. As we will try to keep this here moving as much as possible for everybody. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Encarnacion, batting from the right side here. As the right-hander Chen now throws over to first base and getting back easily in time as the base runner. Curious to see if they're going to maybe challenge the catcher, see if they put some runners in motion. As the right-hander delivers, it's a slow-breaking ball swung on. It is chopped foul down the third base line. Interesting, the pitcher here, Chen, he is a sidewinder. And I was thinking about sidewinders who start. You do see that in Asia sometimes. I think Ray Takahashi, who is now with the Yomiuri Giants. As the pitch is a fastball swung on, this ball is lifted into right field, is slicing, and it's going to get down in foul territory. So that's going to run the count now to 0-2 to Wander Encarnacion. And I kind of have to wonder what they're going to do with their pitching here tonight as well. I didn't look. I know in years past in the Classics, certainly in the World Baseball Classic, they would have innings counts or pitch counts on pitchers through the rounds of the tournament. But being that this is a qualifier, I didn't look to see if these qualifiers were a little different. There's a fastball that swung on. It's lifted into the seats, foul over on the first base side. And the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander against the right-hander. As he kicks and delivers, there's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into right field, coming in hard, and that ball is going to get down in front of the right fielder, but he picks it up and throws to second base, and they're going to be able to retire Beltre. That's going to go down as a fielder's choice, and it's going to be 9-6 on the putout. But he wasn't able to come up. He came racing in. He dove for the ball. He wasn't able to catch it. I don't know if he actually had it, and then it sort of was bounced out of his glove on impact to the ground. Gets up with some good awareness and throws out the runner at second base for the second out of the inning. That goes as a 9-6 putout. And Encarnacion safe on that fielder's choice. And now it brings up Jesus Estares to the plate as they flip over to first base and getting back safely as the base runner. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now 1 ball and no strikes to Estares. And as we mentioned, we'll be doing all the games, the late night games. Can't do the earlier ones. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 2-0. So if you're up burning the midnight oil, or if you're in Europe or even in Asia, be sure to jump in with us. Looking forward to my travels this year. Going to be in Taiwan in August. So there's a breaking ball that misses outside. Going to try to catch some of the games in the Taiwanese league as that breaking ball is outside. It's now 3-0 to Estares. Runner at first is Encarnacion. 2 gone here in the first. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now runs at 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike it is. Awaiting his turn on deck is Rusper Estrada. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on, lifted into right center field. This ball is going to get trouble. It's going to get down. It's into the gap. Rounding second and heading to third is Encarnacion. They throw the ball in. He's rounding third and heading home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's not going to be in time. It's going to be an RBI double off the bat of Estares, and Spain has taken an early 1-0 lead here over Chinese Taipei. So who would have expected that? Encarnacion all the way around from first base to score on the RBI double off the bat of Estares, and 1-0 here for Spain in the top of the first. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Rusper Estrada. Unbelievable. Well, Estrada, as we wait here, we have a conference on the mound as the pitching coach is out to have a few words with his starter. Runner at second, 2 gone here in the first inning. And as I speculated too, we might also have a bit of a pitching parade here tonight, as one would expect that we would probably see an array of pitchers come into the ball game for both of these clubs, or both of these countries, I should say. As the pitcher, Chen, does the inside spaghetti move to second base, and it chases the runner back. Here comes the first pitch to Estrada. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. So fireworks early here on the top of the first. Estrada is another one of the players who is a expat, so to speak. He is a Venezuelan born. Right-hander against the right-hander. It is a fastball swung on. It's looped into shallow center field. Digging hard is the center fielder, Chen. He's going to get there, but it's going to bounce funny and bounce away from him. And Spain has now added another run on an RBI single by Estrada to give the Spanish a 2-0 lead. As Historias comes in to score the second run of the inning. So 3 hits here in the first inning off the Spanish bats, have them out in front. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Edison Valerio. I have to say, I went through the rosters. There are a few pitchers for Spain who've had big league duty, but we really haven't got to know many of them. I'm probably more familiar with the Taiwanese roster. There's a fastballer Chinese Taipei roster. Taken on the inside corner for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Valerio with a bit of an open stance, waggling the bat. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted into the netting over on the first base side. The count now goes to 0-2, so he's in the hole. So no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander again gets the sign. He works himself to the chest. They set up really outside. There's a pitch. It's a fastball swung on. His line down the right field line, and it is just going to slice foul into the netting. Chinese Taipei has got the early call to the bullpen as they've got a right-hander up and throwing. They're not going to waste much time, one would think. So no balls and 2 strikes to Valerio. The right-hander works himself set, now delivers. Fastball misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 1-2. If you're new to our channel, we've been dropping, got another podcast that we are dropping in about an hour's time, 45 minutes time. It is for preview of the Oryx Buffaloes, the NPB season. There's a fastball swung on it, is grounded over to short, fielded neatly by the shortstop, Yu Chang. He flips it over to second, and that is going to erase Estrada on a fielder's choice, 6-4 for the third out of the inning. But not till damage has been done. The Spanish get 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We are through a half inning. It is Spain 2, Chinese Taipei coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
We appreciate that. That is our friend Eric Fox. Be sure to check out our stuff. We're going to have a podcast with him coming up in the next month or so, as Eric will be paying us a visit. But we appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back in just a few. We'll introduce you to our friend, Steve Rademacher.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. Elian Leiva gets the start tonight for Spain. He is 35 years old, originally from Havana, Cuba. So he will be taking his expertise to the hill tonight for the Spanish, and he is going to be facing Chi Wei Lin, Chung Yu Chan, and Chi Xian Chen to get things going. And the first pitch is an 86-mile-an-hour fastball that we couldn't get a call from the umpires. We took our ways, and they haven't updated on the list as well. There's a fastball that misses down. So sometimes, just as we are in spring training mode, the first two pitches were balls here to Lin. So 2 balls and no strikes. Right-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded up the middle. Stopped by the diving second baseman. What a play by the Spanish second baseman. Diving to his right up the middle and then getting to his feet to throw it out. That was Colmenera's outstanding play, showing some range. And as we said, got up and ended up throwing out Lin by a half a step. Goes in the books by a ground out, 4-3 for the first out of the innings. So 1 up and 1 in the books. And that's going to bring up Chung Yu Chan. As the right-hander rocks into the motion, and squaring to bunt is Chan, and he bunts that one foul over on the third base side. I should say Chen, more like it. Wearing the number 65 tonight. As we also said, it's a bit of a spring training for us because get us into the flow for the season. There's a breaking ball that is check swing swung on past the pitcher, fielded on the run by the Spanish shortstop, and a nice play there by Edson Valerio to throw out Chen on the run. It's going to go in the books as a ground out, 6-3. So 2 batters up and 2 quickly down here for Chinese Taipei. That's going to bring up the center fielder in Che Xian Chen. Well, for Chen, got the start in center field here tonight. He had that ball that he kind of bobbled a little bit. I don't want to say bobbled, but had some English on it that almost got away from him. He bats here from the left side. He took the first pitch for a ball. As the right-hander delivers, it is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Leiva is a pretty stocky guy for 35 years old, really broad shoulders. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. Now the count goes to 2-1. As we mentioned tonight, we'll be doing all the games with Chinese Taipei over the next couple of nights. So if you're around, be sure to check in with us again. Fastball catches the outside corner, and the count now runs even to 2-2 on Chen. 2 gone here in the last half of the first inning. The Spanish national team has a early 2-0 lead against Chinese Taipei. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line, but it's going to hook foul into the seats. The count remains at 2-2 to Chen. The next 3 hitters in the Chinese Taipei order, a couple have big league experience. One has had regular NPB experience. Fastball swung on and is fouled off at home plate. The count remains at 2-2. Yu Cheng is waiting himself on deck. He had time with the Cleveland Guardians, Boston Red Sox, Tampa Bay Rays. Then you've got Nin Ting Wu, who has had quite a bit of time in the NPB. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the left field line, but it's going to slice into the seats, and it's going to reach the upper deck. That is going to keep the count at 2-2 as the battle here with Chi Xian Chen continues. And then it is, there's a fastball, another one swung on, lifted into the seats, and the count remains at 2-2. And I was going to say then, batting in the 7th hole tonight is Zhu Wei Lin. Most of his career was with the Boston Red Sox. He also had time with the Minnesota Twins at the end of his major league career. And now time has been asked for and granted, as Chi Xian Chen has felt that Leiva has gone a little bit too long. So here comes the 2-2 pitch again as it's on its way. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted softly into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding first and heading to second is Chen. Here comes the throw. It's kind of gets cut off, and then it trickles away from the shortstop. And at second base, safely with a double is Chen. So a 2-out double here. That is going to bring up the shortstop, Yu Chang. I have to say, I didn't get a chance to watch a whole lot of that Nicaragua-South Africa game tonight that ended in a final score of 2-1 for the Nicaraguans. But one of the things that I did see or did watch, I thought was very interesting, is the South Africans pulled a hidden ball trick that worked to perfection on the Nicaraguans. End an inning. There's a fastball that misses down for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Yu Chang. Chang hitting in the cleanup spot here for Chinese Taipei. Didn't play in the Premier 12. There's a breaking ball that misses down. Count now goes to 2-0. They do have the open base with Ning Ting Wu waiting his turn on deck. Leiva getting the sign from his catcher, Lino. All 3 of the catchers who are listed as catchers for Spain are in the ballgame tonight. Fastball misses inside. It's now 3-0 to Chang. Estrada also listed as a DH or as a catcher. He's the DH tonight. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it was the right fielder Angulo who was also listed as a catcher. I'll have to double check that. Fastball misses down, and Leiva has walked Yu Chang on 4 straight pitches. That is going to put runners at first and second. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Ning Ting Wu. So it looks like Yu Chang was drafted in the 2024 draft, first overall by the Fubon Guardians in this Chinese professional league, and he's agreed to a 3.5-year contract, as they were flashing up on the screen. Very interesting. He's going to be making some money over there, and he's going to be playing the rest or a lot of his career there. Chinese professional league has 6 teams in the league. So Ning Ting Wu comes to the plate. Remember Wu when he has had some time with the Saitama Cebu Lions. He bats from the left side. He's got a little bit of a open stance. Here comes the first offering. Fastball misses up and away to Wu, and the count is 1-0. I remember watching Wu play. He had some moments for sure. He's had some moments also for the Chinese Taipei national team as well. There's a fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the first base side, and the count runs even to 1-1. Wu getting the start at first base tonight. At the NPB level, we also saw him play in other parts of the infield, pretty much everywhere but shortstop. Had some opportunities at second and at third. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, chopped up the middle. Grounded again, fielded by the second baseman. They flip to the shortstop covering at second, and they're going to get Yu Chang by just a little bit. I don't know if they're going to go up and want to review this or not. Spain's getting off the field in a big-time hurry, but I think that is going to do it. It is going to be a 4-6 putout. Some great defensive play here by Comaneras, and that is going to do it here for the Chinese Taipei in their half of the first. They threaten, but they don't score. No runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 1 complete. It is Spain 2, Chinese Taipei, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher once again. Get to know him and get to know us throughout the season.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs, we have pounds, we have Deutschmarks, we have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher, as he is one of our frequent guests through the NPB season. We are glad that you guys could make it in here with us tonight, as we are giving you the offerings of the World Baseball Classic qualifiers, as it is Spain versus Chinese Taipei. It is our first call of the season. And by the looks of it here, the pitching, I don't know if we've got ourselves already a pitching change or not for Chinese Taipei. We're going to have to get a quick look at this. Here comes the offering, and it does look like they have gone to the bullpen already. That is a first pitch fastball delivered to Chris Quitzer, taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Quitzer, a little bit of a longer hair look, batting from the left side here. The left fielder certainly doesn't look the Spanish part. There's a fastball that misses up and in. The count now goes to 1-1. The pitching change for Chinese Taipei, it is Yongchen Liu, a right-hander, now in the ball game. Pitch delivered as a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-1. So just as we're in early mode, so too it looks like is the feeds that we're getting. They're behind in all the counts, so we got to keep our eyes peeled here all the time. Fastball swung on, taken by the shortstop on the line. That is Yu Cheng, who makes the grab as he dropped to his knee, and that is going to retire Quitzer. I wasn't sure if that got onto the ground or not at first, but he did hit the ball right on the screws. Chang had to go down, make a nice play on the backhand. So Quitzer's in the books with a pretty good swing. One up and one away, and that's going to bring up Gabriel Lino, the catcher. For Lino, he's batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Liu, and their first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball. Last pitch was at 91 miles an hour, so it gives you an idea of how the righty is bringing it. He rocks into the motion, and he kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left center field. This ball could be some trouble, and it is going to be off the top of the wall. Lino is digging for two. Here comes the throw into second base, and it's just going to be offline, and he is going to slide in safely on time. But, oh, boy, he missed the home run by about 2 or 3 feet. Just hit below the outfield, top of the outfield wall. So the 8-hole hitter, Lino, here has got himself a double. And Spain knocking on the door again like they want to do some more damage. We get a look at the replay on that one. He hit that ball, and it was, they have like yellow that goes across the top of the wall. And where he struck that was probably less than a foot below the yellow line or the yellow top of the wall. And that brings the second baseman, who had a couple of web gems in the first inning. This is Carlos Colmenares, and the first pitch delivered at 86 miles an hour, misses up and away for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Somebody forgot to tell Spain that they were the visitors in this one here tonight, as they have not looked shocked or in awe, but the crowd for Chinese Taipei is a little bit quiet right now. Here's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 1-1. Certainly that run that Chinese Taipei had during the Premier 12, you have to give them a lot of credit, as they were really big in the, there was certainly the way they played. They beat the Japanese who, I don't want to say sent a full A team. It was almost their B Japanese team in some cases. As that breaking ball misses down and in, and the count now is 2-1. All the players, of course, were NPB players, but there was no Shohei Ohtani, no Roki Sasaki, there was no Yoshinobu Yamamoto, no Masataka Yoshida. Fastball swung on, and this is a line softly foul down the left field line. The count goes to 2-2 on Colmenares. Colmenares hitting in the 9-hole, top of the order, and Gulo is on deck. Umpires for tonight's game, it is Ty Kraus behind the plate. Yoshihiro Yamaguchi is at first base, Ben Phillips at second, and Scott Costello is the third base ump. There's a fastball taken at the knees for a called third strike, and Colmenares stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by, and he is in the books for out number 2. So 2 gone here, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, Andres Angulo. Well, Angulo steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to left field his first time up, and he takes a breaking ball upstairs for a ball. Count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander against the right-hander. As Lou delivers, there's a fastball swung on it. Breaks the bat of Angulo as it goes softly over to short. Fielded neatly by Yu Chang. He throws to first. And that is going to do it. It's a ground out 6-3 to end the inning. Again, Spain threatens, but they don't score this time. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is Spain 2, Chinese Taipei, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Once again, appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Again, we'll give you some more entertainment with our good friend, Steve Rademacher.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay! Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top or bottom of the second inning as the Chinese Taipei is coming back here. We have ourselves a 2-0 game here for Spain. It'll be Yu Chi Cao, and then it'll be Zhu Wei Lin and Po Swang Wang to come to the plate. And as I said before, if we have messed up any of the enunciations, we apologize in advance for that. But we are enjoying watching some baseball here in the month of February 21st, as this game is going on from the Taipei Dome in Taiwan. So the right-hander, Leiva, ready to deliver again. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is quickly 1-0 to Cao. Cao got the start behind the plate tonight. A 27-year-old is a right-handed hitting catcher, and the pitch is delivered. It's another fastball that misses down. That last pitch was at 89 miles an hour. So 89 miles an hour from the right-hander as, again, Leiva working quickly, kicks and fires. Fastball swung on it, is popped up over on the third base side. It could be playable. Moving over close toward the dugout and hauling it in is the third baseman, Encarnacion. And that is going to retire Cao for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone here, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Zhu Wei Lin. I'm interested to see Lin play. I've actually never seen him play. As I was saying before, one of the fellows who used to work for me had played in the Boston Red Sox organization and knew Lin from his time in the minors when he was there, and he had nothing but great things to say about Lin. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field, and down the right field line, it's going to be fair. It's in trouble. It's into the corner. Rounding first and heading to second is Lin, and he is going to reach safely with a stand-up double. So just on cue, there is Lin with the double. And as we said, the fellow that had used to work for me had nothing but great things to say, especially defensively. The problem is that in some cases, Lin couldn't always stay healthy. But that is many moons ago, probably at least 10 or 11 years ago when he was in the minor leagues for the Red Sox. He also said that he was almost as good defensively as Jose Iglesias at the time. So nice play by him. Here comes the offering from Leva. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Count goes to 1-0 on Po Swan Wong. Wong tonight is getting the start in right field. He couldn't come up with that ball in the first inning, but he was able to have the awareness to be able to pick it up and throw the runner out at second base on a fielder's choice as he tried to make a diving play. Fastball misses up and away, and the count's now 2-0 to Wong. So 2 balls and no strikes. Leva getting the sign from his catcher, working himself to the set, now delivers. Fastball misses down. It is now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. They are working the pitch clock in the tournament here to keep the pace of play moving. So that is something that is of note as well. We saw at the Premier 12 tournament too. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Wong. Got to attack the hitters that are down deep in the batting order. Can't set the table for the top part. There's a fastball swung on his line past the glove of the second baseman into center field, rounding third and heading home. And the throw to the plate is going to get all the way through. They didn't cut it off. It's a single for Wong. He's going to advance to second on the throw. Stopping at third is Lin. And that's going to put runners at second and third with 1 gone. And it's going to bring up the third baseman, Sung Xian Lee. So now Chinese Taipei has something brewing here. And they're half of the second inning as they've got 2 aboard here with 1 gone. I don't know if it was the best throw from the center fielder, as it did have a bit of a offline, but the third baseman, Encarnacion, was racing over to have to try to cut it off. He wasn't able to cut it off, and that allowed the batter runner to get all the way to second base. So 2 runners now in scoring position. First pitch is a breaking ball that misses upstairs for ball 1. Count is 1-0 to Lee. 30-year-old Lee getting the start here tonight at third base, batting from the right side. As the right-hander holds set, now delivers. It is a fastball swung on, popped up in the infield. This is playable. The catcher, as it drifts over into foul territory, Lino is underneath it, and he's there to make the catch. Well, that is an absolutely unproductive at-bat there by Lee. You've got 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position, and the best you could do on a 1-0 pitch is pop it up. It would drive a manager absolutely insane. So he's retired for the second out of the inning, and that brings up the top of the order in Chi-Wei Lin. Lin began the first inning for Chinese Taipei by grounding out to second. He is 0 for 1 in this one. As the pitch is on the way, it is a breaking ball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Lin. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander Leva trying to get himself out of a jam. There's a fastball that misses down. Count now goes even at 1-1. 33 pitches so far for the Spanish right-hander. In the first inning, he got the first 2 outs fairly quickly, and then he got himself into trouble. Here, he got the first out quickly and then got himself into some trouble. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, lifted foul into the seats down the left field line. Count now goes to 1-2 on Lin. Kind of makes you wonder how long a leash that he's potentially going to have. Our Taiwanese friends are making it into the chat here tonight. We welcome everybody who comes in. I'm really looking forward to visiting Taiwan for the first time in August this year. Going to spend 3 days. It looks like he's got a time clock violation or time clock warning here. I don't know if they've added one to the count yet. So Taiwan in August, it's going to be pretty hot, but going to do Taipei City, Kaohsiung, and Taichung. So I'll get to see the 3 cities as they're there. They did add a ball to the count because it was a pitch clock violation to the pitcher Leva, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here. As the right-hander Leva ready to deliver, he kicks and he fires. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away right off of Lin at home plate. Count remains at 2-2. So excited to see Taiwan for the first time. Obviously been to that part of the world, have been to Korea and have been to Japan, but first time to Taiwan for any extended visits. So that is going to be a highlight in itself. And here comes the pitch from the right-hander. It's a fastball that misses down. And the count now goes to 3-2 on Lin. They do have an empty base at first base, but it is Chung-Yu Chen who waits his turn on deck. One would think that the Spanish right-hander would want to get out of this one here unscathed. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and missed. Lin is in the books. He's gone for out number 3, and that is going to do it for Chinese Taipei in their half of the second inning. No runs in the inning. There was a pair of hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 2 complete at the Taipei Dome. Your score is Chinese Taipei trailing Spain 2-0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Here's our friend Matt Hollis.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
That's right, everybody. That is our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel later on. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few after this. Welcome back, everybody. This is a qualifier for the 2026 World Baseball Classic. It is a 2025 qualifier as of right now, and it looks like here, right out of the gate, we've got ourselves a time count violation, this time on the hitter. It's going to quickly go to 0-1 on Beltre. It'll be Beltre, Encarnacion, and Usteres to come to bat. That's the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to face the right-hander Liu. And the pitch is a fastball swung away and chopped foul. Now the count goes to 0-2. Nothing like having the time count violations go against you. I don't know when some of these players have played their last competitive game. But here we are already in the span of the last 2 innings with 2 time count violations. Fastball that misses outside, and the count goes to 1-2 on Beltre. So the pitcher, Liu, is on in relief of Yu-Hung Chen, who started and who is given up the first 2 runs of the ball game. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and fouled away right at home plate. Count remains at 1-2 on Beltre. 16 pitches so far for Liu since he's come into the game. As the right-hander gets the sign from his catcher, Cow, as he rocks into the motion and delivers. Fastball swung on and grounded foul just past the third base coach. Count remains at 1-2 to Beltre. Beltre singled in the first inning. It was raced on a fielder's choice, the not always popular 9-6 fielder's choice. As it looked like the ball was going to get caught, but it ended up popping out of the right fielder's glove. There's a fastball swung on, grounded softly to second. Fielded neatly there by Lin. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Beltre on a ground out. That goes in the books as a ground out, 4-3 for out number 1. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Wander Encarnacion. Just taking a look at the rules about the pitcher use limitation, 3 batter minimum enforced. special rules for the World Baseball Classic. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly up the middle, and it's going to bound into center field, and it is going to be a base hit for Encarnacion. He is aboard with a 1-out single, and that will bring up the first baseman, Jesus Estaras. Very similar situation to the first inning. Estaras hit a double into the right center field gap that brought Encarnacion to score all the way from first. So Estaras up at the plate here again with that similar situation with one gone here. And the pitch is a fastball swung on. This time it's lined into the left field corner. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Encarnacion rounding second, but he's going to stand up at third. It's going to be a double. And boy, Estaras here with 2 doubles and 2 at-bats. Nothing has fooled him so far. He looks like he's in mid-season form. And they've got runners at second and third with one gone. And that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Risper Estrada. And for Estrada, he has 1 for 1 tonight. He has knocked in the other run for Spain. So they are absolutely feasting on the Chinese Taipei pitching. And now the pitching coach has come back out to the mound, discuss the situation here. Obviously, with one gone, are they going to play the infield in? I would think at this point, you really got to think about that. That's probably more than anything else. I think we'd be playing the infield in this situation if you don't think you're going to put up some points. And certainly Spain, as we said, they've got some ex-major leaguers on their pitching staff that certainly would know how to be able to handle things. So Estrada stepping to the plate, 1 for 1 tonight with that RBI, batting from the right side here against the right-hander Liu. Runners at second and third. First pitch is a fastball swung on off the mask of the catcher, and it goes foul. Count is 0-1 to Estrada. So no balls and 1 strike. I do appreciate everybody who has checked in with us tonight. As the right-hander works himself to the set and now delivers, it's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is going to get looped into right field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to bring 1 run in. Is it going to bring 2 runs in? And it looks like it does, as 2 Spaniards have crossed the plate on a base hit here by Estrada. A single, 2 RBIs. He's driven in 3 on the night. And Spain has now taken a 4-0 lead here in the third inning. A little bit unexpected, as Chinese Taipei a bit shell-shocked here. So the score now, 4-0 for Spain over Chinese Taipei here in the top of the third inning. Right-hander Liu delivers again. There is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Edson Valerio. Valerio 0 for 1 tonight. He had a fielder's choice. He bounced into his first time up. That was to end the first inning. Here's the pitch. A fastball that just misses up and away, and the count now even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander Liu working to the set, delivers. It's a fastball that just misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Again, Liu getting that sign from his catcher, Cal. Shakes him off. And now he gets one that he likes, and instead he throws over to first, and getting back easily is the runner Estrada. 4-0 for Spain here in the top of the third inning. As the right-hander works himself into the set position, and now he kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As we mentioned, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow with the matchups. As the schedule will continue. Pitch on the way, fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Valerio for the second out of the inning. He's gone for out number 2, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Chris Quitzer. Tomorrow, the early game will be the Republic of South Africa and Spain. That'll go off at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, or 8 p.m. Pacific. The other game here, the late game tomorrow, Chinese Taipei and Republic of South Africa, goes off at 6 a.m. Eastern or 3 a.m. Pacific. We'll be back on the airwaves for that one. Quitzer batting from the left side here, 0 for 1 tonight. Hit a line drive to the shortstop Yu Chang back in the second inning, and he takes a fastball outside, and the count is 1-0. Runner at first is Estrada. There's 2 gone here in the third inning. Spain has put 2 runs across the board. It is 4-0 now for Spain here in the top half of the third inning. Pitch on the way. It is a breaking ball down in the dirt. And Quitzer couldn't hold up as the ball got away from the catcher Cow. The count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Whether you listen live or on delay, we do appreciate everybody who jumps in and listens along with us. 4-0 for Spain here as the pitch is on the way. It is a fastball swung on and missed. And the count now goes to 1-2. And if I would have said this, I think the stumbling block for the Chinese Taipei, this would have been the game. Spain is what I wouldn't call a top-end European team, but they're in that next tier. When I think of the top-end European teams, it's Italy and the Netherlands. That fastball swung on is lifted softly in the left field, coming hard and making the catch is the left fielder Chi Wei Lin, and that is going to do it here. But not till there was more damage done. We'll come back and give you our thoughts about Spain when we return. There was 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. Spain has 7 hits through the first 3 innings of this one. There was no errors, and there was a runner left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom half of the third inning. Your score, Spain 4 and Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit with all the action right after this. Appreciate you guys once again. Hang in here with us. We got ourselves a 4-0 ball game as we are moving to the bottom of the third. It has been all Spain so far in this one. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this from some cheerleaders from the NPB. Welcome back, everybody. It is the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to bat for Chinese Taipei here in inning number 3. It'll be Chung Yu Chen, Chi Xian Chen, and Yu Chang. And the first pitch that was delivered to Chen was a fastball taken for a called strike. And now there's a breaking ball that misses down for a ball, and the count is 1-1. 39 pitches so far, 40 pitches so far for the starter Leba, and the breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. As we mentioned, the keeping up with the score has been a bit of a challenge, or at least the counts. You can't be watching the scoreboard in this one. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 3-1. I always tell the players never to trust the scoreboard, and that would be certainly the case here. Of course, this is Game 1 of the qualifiers from Chinese Taipei as the pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on, grounded over to third. Nice play there by Encarnacion to knock it down. Keeps it in front, but he's not going to be able to come up with it to make the play. We're going to see how they're going to score that one. I wonder if they'll rule that one an error or if they'll give him a base hit. Nope, it's going to be an error charged to the third baseman Encarnacion, and that's going to put the leadoff hitter aboard. So Chinese Taipei needs anything right now to get things going as they are at a 4-0 deficit. Encarnacion shaking his head and smiling. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Chi Xian Chen. And the first pitch is a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. So Chi Xian Chen in the hole here at 0-1 as the right-hander instead throws over to first base, and getting back in time is the base runner. They do have action in the Spanish bullpen as they have a right-hander up and throwing. So here comes the pitch from the right-hander, Laban. It's a fastball that misses down and away. Count is now even at 1-1, and the throwback to the mound looked like it almost got away from the pitcher there. So just as the teams are not in midseason form, the battery definitely not either. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on his line right to the second baseman, Colmenares. And Chen is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. Hit the ball right on the screws, but right to the glove of the second baseman, who's enjoyed himself a pretty solid game so far here tonight. So one of the books, and that will bring up the shortstop, Yu Chang. And they throw over to first base, and scampering back easily is the runner, Chen. I know they're down by 4, but I'd be curious to see what the Spanish catcher is all about if he can control the running game. Let's get off to the races and get going here. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and is now 1-0 to Yu Chang. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander gets his sign and he works himself to the set position. As he kicks and fires, it is a fastball that just misses inside. It's now 2-0 to Chang. Chang walked on 4 straight pitches his first time up. He saw absolutely nothing good to hit. He was raced in a fielder's choice to end the first inning. He is yet to see a strike here in this one. Here comes the pitch. As he kicks and delivers, it is a fastball swung on, and that is why he is yet to see a pitch. That ball is lifted into deep left field, and it's going to be gone. A 2-run homer for Yu Chang, as that is going to put the Chinese Taipei on the board here in the bottom of the third inning. It is now 4-2, and maybe that's what the scouting report was. Don't give him anything at all good to hit. But he's got himself a 2-run shot, as that brings home Chen ahead of him. So the error to begin the inning, and it makes the Spanish national team pay, as they now find themselves down here, or with the lead cut in half to 4-2. So 4-2 now is the score, as the first pitch is on the way here to Ning-Ting Wu, and it misses upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. So Yu Chang does the job. He's getting the fist pumps, the high fives, and the elbow bashes all the way around. Fastball that just misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. Ning-Ting Wu, 31 years old. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Wu. Right-hander against the left-handed hitting Wu as he gets the sign and rocks into the delivery. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and lifted foul. Going to reach the seats behind home plate. Count is now 2-2 to Wu. Four-2 is the score. Bottom of the third inning. 2-run shot by Yu Chang. As we said, Chang has signed a 3.5-year deal play in the Chinese Professional League. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left center field. giving chase is the left fielder. It's going to get down. Quitzer's going to have to run it down. And stopping at second base with a stand-up double is Nin Ting Wu, so he keeps the party going as he's got himself a double here, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Yu Che Kao. So don't blink, Chinese Taipei hanging around here. And there's still only one out in the inning, so Wu is the runner at second, Kao coming to bat. And we've got waiting on deck is Zue Lin. But we've got a conference on the mound as the pitching coach for Spain is out to the mound to have a word with his right-hander. I didn't examine the coaching staff at all for the Spanish national group. The manager is Nelson Prada. Pitching coach is Manuel Oliveira. Bench coach is Nestor Perez. Aritz Garcia is the first base coach. Eduardo Dominguez is the bullpen coach. And Candelario Diaz is the third base coach. So now Kao is stepping in, and we're ready to resume the action as the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses down and in. The count is 1-0 to Kao. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander against the right-hander. As he kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Right-hander ready to go again. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Kao. So 2 balls, 1 strike as the right-hander kicks and delivers again. There's a fastball that just misses below the knees. 3-1 here to Kao. I have to say, though, Leiva, who has started here tonight, he has struggled. At one stretch, he was about 50% or just slightly over 50% with strikes to balls. There's a fastball that misses down. It's going to be ball 4, and Kao's going to get himself a walk. That's going to put runners at first and second. It's going to bring Zue Lin to the plate, who already has a double tonight. And so still only 1 gone here in the 3rd inning. And the Spanish right-hander trying to figure out how to get out of a jam here. But he's not going to have to worry about it. That is going to be the end of the night for the right-hander. We're going to get ourselves a pitching change. And as we do that, we're going to come back in just a few moments. So we've got trouble here in River City. If you are a fan of Spain, it is a 4-2 lead for Spain. The Chinese Taipei have runners at first and second with 1 gone. We have a pitching change about to happen, and we'll be back in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. We got ourselves a pitching change as the Spanish are going to their bullpen. They've got 2 on to Chinese Taipei with 1 gone here and 2 runs already across the board. We'll be back in just a moment with all the action after this.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We do have a right-hander that has come in to replace the other right-hander, Leba, and that is a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. It would be, looks like number 26, Ramon Oroso, as it is an 0-1 count here to Lynn. Pitch on the way. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and it looks like, did he go around or not? Yes, he did. The third base umpire said so. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Lynn. Rosso is a native of the Dominican Republic. There is only, on this staff, only one pitcher from Spain. Everybody else were born in Spain, as that fastball misses outside. Everybody else from Cuba, the Dominican Republic, or Venezuela. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is here to Lynn. As the right-hander kicks and fires, there's a fastball that is swung on and missed at 96 miles an hour on the gun. Lynn is gone on strikes. He's out for the second out of the inning, and that is going to bring up right fielder post-swung Wang. Or Wong in some cases. Look at the rest of the team. They have the catcher, or the right fielder, Angulo, is from Colombia. Fastball swung on and lifted foul. The count is 0-1 as I look through the rest of the roster. There is not a single Spanish player in the infield, and nor is there anybody in the outfield as well. It's all Venezuela, Dominicans, and Cubans, except for Chris Quitzer, who is from the United States. There's a fastball swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. The count is now 0-2. So I find that very interesting when you start looking at the players and seeing where they're from. And I ought to speak to the lack of homegrown development that goes on in Spain. I was starting to say a couple innings ago, the 2 best countries in Europe, Italy and the Netherlands. That fastball misses upstairs. The count is 1-2 for baseball. But then you've also got the Czech Republic and Germany in terms of their leagues, been pretty good domestic play over the last 10, 15 years. And their development has picked up. We'll get to see the Germans next week. Fastball misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Wong. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lost our feed there for half a moment. So we'll have to go back and get it up here as we possibly can. It is going to be, it looks like we lost our entire feed there, and it looks like we are going to have to do a little bit of hop, skipping, and jumping back to see exactly what has transpired and what has happened. But it does look like that inning is over, so I apologize to everybody here. Top of the 4th inning is just around the corner. It is 4-2. Wong had struck out to end the inning. And that is going to do it, and that will do it here for the Chinese Taipei. They threaten, they score. They try to get more, but they can't do it as the reliever comes in and slams the door. It is 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was an error, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We're now moving to the top of the 4th inning. It is 4-2 Spain. We'll be back in just a few. We got to sort out our technical difficulties, but we're glad you guys could hang in here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We lost our feed there to end that last half inning. It is a scoreline of 4-2 as Spain has the lead as they go to the top of the fourth, as they are taking on Chinese Taipei. And it is back to the action, but there is a pitching change, as we'll get that for you here in just a moment. The first pitch is delivered here to Lino, and it's taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Gabriel Lino tonight is 1 for 1. He doubled his first time up, as the pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Chinese Taipei going to their bullpen, as they have called on a lefty here. There's a fastball that is swung on and missed. And Wei An Lin, 19-year-old, coming in and blowing gas, struck out Lino. Lino is gone for the first out of the inning. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Carlos Colmenares. So I got to say, this is a pretty impressive first batter that faced here, as Wei An Lin is wasting no time throwing some heat. Lefty delivers a breaking ball at 75 miles an hour that misses down. Count is 1-0. So the third pitcher used now tonight by Chinese Taipei. And if it gets into a battle of the arms, my guess is that there could be more depth. There's a fastball swung on and missed, at least more depth with the Chinese Taipei. But again, everybody is an expat here, with the exception of one Spaniard for Spain on the pitching staff. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left field, coming hard, diving, and unable to make the catch is the left fielder, Lin. Nice job to keep it in front of him, though, as the shortstop, Yu Chang, will receive it, but they're going to have to come out to attend to Lin, as it looked like the ball had come up off the turf and hit him in the face. Looks like he is checking his chiclets here for this one. We're going to look at the replay. He dove. That's what it was. He played it off the side of his face. That's a heck of a job to keep the ball in front of you. So he gets that one right off the side of the head. He's laying on his back, moving around like a soccer player. They're going to come out and have a discussion what they'll do with him here. We'll see if they make a substitution. So they're going to get the medical staff out there as they race out to have a look at the left fielder, Lin. He played the ball off the side of his face. That's going to leave a mark. It's going to go for a base hit for Colmenares. So now he's got a hit to go with some spectacular defensive plays. We'll get a look at that again. Yeah, he played it right up into his face, went off his forearm, and then he took it right in the chops. I would think he should be able to carry on and continue. One would have to think in this one. You're in a very important game. You're going to want to make sure you keep your name somehow in the lineup. One would have to expect. But we'll wait and see what the determination is here. The trainers are still out with them, as we are waiting on a determination. As we mentioned earlier, we got our other podcast up here today, so hopefully you guys get an opportunity to go and check that out when you get a chance. It is our report on the Oryx Buffaloes, our preseason analysis. We're going around the horn and talking about every team in the NPB. We're not that far away from getting some games under our belt, as the NPB is not that far away from their season getting going. March 28th is when it is. So this opening night, Friday night. Friday night Japan time, or very early in the morning North American time, depending upon where you're at and where you're listening from. Well, after all that medical attention, it looks like Lin is going to stay in the game, and no surprise here. You'd probably have to scrape him off the turf in some sort of cart. It's probably longer for the manager and the trainers to go out and to assess. As they jog off the field, and they're going to resume the action here. So the runner, Colmenares, is at first. He reached on the flare off the face of the left fielder, Lin. It's the top of the order, Angulo, who is coming up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He's flown to left and grounded to short. The first pitch is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Left-hander again delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-0. Spain scored 2 in the first and 2 in the third. Chinese Taipei responded with 2 of their own in the bottom half of the third. That cut the lead to 4-2. As the lefty Lin delivers, it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As we mentioned, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow. Chinese Taipei and South Africa. Fastball misses upstairs. South Africans fell today. They had a 1-0 lead over Nicaragua. I tuned in at the point in time where they were able to pull a hidden ball trick on the Nicaraguans. As the pitch on the way is a fastball that is swung through and missed, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Angulo. And then the Nicaraguans were able to score a run late, took it to extra innings, and ended up walking it off in the bottom of the 10th inning. 2-1 victory for Nicaragua over South Africa. There's a fastball swung on, missed. There goes the runner down to second, and it is going to be a stolen base for Colmenares. So he's got himself a stolen base. Out on strikes is Angulo. He's gone for the second out of the inning. That is going to bring up Engel Beltre to the plate, who is 1 for 2 this evening. Well, one thing we did learn, that throw was not on line, and it was more to the right field side of second base. As the lefty Lin kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball, waved out and missed, and the count is 0-1 to Beltre. The 35-year-old Beltre, as we said, 1 for 2 tonight, gets the start in center field. Batting from the left side against the lefty. He swings at a fastball, and that one's fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2. Another thing that I was interested in is just the number of pitchers on the pitching staff, and Spain has brought 14 with them. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and Beltre's down on strikes. He's gone for out number 3. Lynn strikes out the side despite giving up a single to the second baseman Colmenares, and that is going to do it here for Spain in their half of the inning. No runs in the inning. They had a hit. That's their 8th of the ball game. No errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're through 3.5. Your score is Spain 4, Chinese Taipei 2. Stick around. The bottom of the 4th inning is just around the corner. We appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Some more Japanese cheerleaders for you as this game here goes to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the last half of the 4th inning. It is going to be Sung-Hyun Lee, and then the top of the order. It'll be Chi Wei-lin and Chung Yu Chen to come to bat here to face the right-hander for Spain in relief. This is Rosso, who is on in relief, and he delivers a first pitch fastball that misses upstairs for a ball. Lee is first time up, popped to the catcher. He is 0 for 1 tonight. As the pitch is a fastball that just misses. And the count now goes to 2-0. This is a Ramon Rosso, as we had mentioned before. And Rosso is from the Dominican Republic. As that fastball is delivered, and just misses outside. Looks like he's got a little bit of a tough track here from the home plate umpire, and that is another fastball that misses outside. It's going to be ball 4, so 4 straight pitches. Lee is aboard with a leadoff walk. A couple of them were kind of questionable. Interesting. The Taipei Dome was opened in December of 2023. I guess it had been around for a while. And then what had ended up happening is they had remodeled it, refurbished it. And from what I gather and understand, they're going to play about 25 games approximately from the Chinese Professional League in the Taipei Dome this year. Nobody really has it as their home stadium. Kind of curious to see if there's going to be any games there when I'm there, because it would be kind of neat to be able to go and catch a game at this dome as they throw over to first base. Getting back in time is the runner, Lee. Chi Wei-Lin tonight, 0 for 2. He has grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips as he swings and fouls a pitch away. Count is 0-1. He is the left fielder who took the ball off the face in that last half inning. And here comes the pitch. He squares the bunt, and he bunts that one foul. He did that in the first inning as well. Showed bunt, didn't bunt anything. So now he's in the hole at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch, and it is a swing and a miss. And Lin is down on strikes. He goes in the books for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone here, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Chung Yu Chen. And the first pitch to Chen is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Getting into the middle part of the game. If you were taking the under in this one, I'm not sure what the over-unders were. I never did look on the classic gambling stuff tonight. As a fastball swung on and lifted into right field. Moving over underneath it and making the catch is the right fielder Angulo, and that's going to retire Chen for the second out of the inning. But one would have to think that with 6 runs scored in the first 3+ innings, you'd have to think that this ball game here has probably already reached the over for the first 5. So that brings Chi Xian Chen to the plate. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He swings and lifts that one foul into the seats over on the third base side. The count is 0-1. By all accounts, they've sold out all of the games in the round robin that Chinese Taipei would play. I would think that there would be an onslaught rush for that elimination game next week, should they not be able to win outright the pool here, as there's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and now the count goes to 0-2 on Chen. So Chi Xian Chen, and the pitch is a fastball that's taken outside. Off to second goes the runner, and it's going to be a stolen base for Lee as the ball trickles away from the shortstop covering there. That was Valerio. So that is a stolen base for Lee. He gets himself into scoring position. It runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Chen. Right-hander Oroso gets his sign and now delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, since Rosso's come into the game, he has recorded 3 of the 4 strikeouts that Spain has recorded tonight. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball on the way, and it is swung on. It is looped softly over the head of the pitcher to the shortstop. Charging and fielding it is Valerio. He throws to first. That's going to be a ground out 6-3, and that will do it here in the 4th inning. There was no runs in the inning. There were no hits, no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 4 complete. Your score is Spain 4 and Chinese Taipei 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight. whether you listen live or on delay, we appreciate you guys being around on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to get caught up on the pitching changes, and there's another pitching change that is going to be taking place. It is going to be a right-hander coming into the ball game. So Lin's night is done pretty quickly. He struck out the side in the 4th inning, and now they're going to turn it over to Yu Cheng Wu, as he is going to be coming on here to have to face the Spanish here in their half of the 5th inning. So Yu Cheng Wu on in relief as he's completing his warm-up tosses. Will be ready to go here. It's going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order to come to bat for Spain here. It'll be Encarnacion, Usteras, and Estrada. And they have been a major part of the damage tonight here. They have 5 hits between those 3 hitters, and they have scored or accounted for all 4 of the runs. So the 21-year-old right-hander, 5'9", 195 pounds, coming in relief here to have a tough test to face Encarnacion, Ustaras, and Estrada. I have to say the right-hander here really stocky in the lower half, really strong legs, lower half, as he is ready to go, and the pitch is on the way. Fastball that is delivered and fouled away. It's going to run the count to quickly 0-1. First inning, Encarnacion reached on a fielder's choice, came around and scored the first run of the game. Then he singled in the 3rd and scored. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander again, holding to the set. Now he kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, lifted foul behind home plate. Now Encarnacion in the hole at 1-2. So ball and 2 strikes. 4-2, Spain has the lead, with 2 in the 1st and 2 in the 3rd. Chinese Taipei responded with 2 of their own in the last of the 3rd. There's a fastball swung on. This ball's lined the other way. That's a good piece of hitting there by Encarnacion, staying inside the ball and lining it into right field for a base hit. It's the 3rd time tonight he has been aboard. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game, and the hit parade for Spain continues. That is their 9th hit of the ball game, and they have wasted no time announcing their presence here with the bats. And that brings Ustaras to the plate. He is 2 for 2 in this one. He's got 2 doubles in 2 trips. He takes a breaking ball over for a called strike, and the count's 0-1. He doubled home Encarnacion in the 1st inning, and he doubled and later scored a run in the 3rd. He's actually got 2 runs scored. That does Ustaras. Yeah, the pitch on the way, it is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting first baseman of Spain. I get it. I get you're trying to develop the game as there's a fastball that misses upstairs, but I look at some of the countries here that have basically nobody. Like you've got Spain, where there's only 1 player actually born in Spain playing for the Spanish national team. I was saying the last couple innings, when you look at the Czech Republic, they're trying to develop their players. They bring their players to the Classic. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding 2nd and heading to 3rd is Encarnacion, and he's going to go 1st to 3rd. Yet another hit here for Asteris. That is his 3rd hit of the night. Encarnacion digging hard all the way to 3rd, and now they got something brewing again to the Spanish as they got runners on the corners with nobody out. And that's going to bring up Hurspur Estrada. Well, if you want to score some runs, put some runners on base and bring Estrada to the plate. He has driven in 3 of the 4 Spanish runs tonight. He singled home a run in the first, and he singled home a pair in the third. So now with runners on the corners, that's going to bring up Estrada here. And Chinese Taipei has got a lefty up in the bullpen throwing. So they got themselves in trouble here again tonight. You know, I got to tell you, in my thoughts is if they lost this game tonight, it's not the end of the world. They should be able to take care of South Africa, one would think. And then they'd have to beat down on Nicaragua as well. And that would get them into the 2-3 matchup. Here's the pitch. The breaking ball swung on and missed. Count as 1-1 to Estrada, being Chinese Taipei. But then when you think about it, it's probably a pretty good gate receipt if they were playing in the 2-3 matchup. Get gate receipts on every single night. If Spain was to go through, it wouldn't be a total surprise, as that pitch is a fastball swung on and lifted foul over on the first base side. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. I don't know what's going on. It looks like he's asked for his timeout, does Estrada. He had gone for a little bit of a tour around the dirt circle there by home plate. When you foul a pitch off, you can do that, and then you get the extra time. Probably he got it somewhere on the fist where his hands were buzzing. Need a little bit of extra time. There's a fastball that misses outside. Count as 1-2. That definitely, if you don't get it in the sweet spot, it can really buzz you. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as the right-hander holds set. Now delivers. Fastball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Estrada. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander getting his sign from his catcher. He works himself to the set position. And the pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander, Wu, ready to go again. And instead he throws over to first base, and getting back in time easily is the runner Estaras. Runners are at the corners. There's nobody out here in the 5th inning. Count is full to Estrada. Spain looking to do some more damage as the right-hander works himself set. And now the pitch is on the way. It's a slow breaking ball that misses upstairs. It's going to be ball 4. That's going to load the bases. So the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Spain so far tonight have reached base in some capacity every time they've come to the plate. The only one who really hasn't had a hit or a walk would have been Encarnacion, who had a fielder's choice. He reached in the first. He's 2 for 3 officially. Estaras is 3 for 3, and Estrada 2 for 2 and a walk. So now the bases are full of Spaniards. A catcher had gone out to talk to his pitcher. Now they got to try to find a way to wiggle out of this jam, as it is going to be Valerio coming to the plate. Valerio, the shortstop, 0 for 2 tonight. He has bounced into a fielder's choice and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Count is quickly 0-1. 5'10", 198-pound shortstop, with a very open stance as the right-hander works set. Now delivers. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 0-2 on Valerio. So no balls, 2 strikes. Got to get the ball in play here. Got to make something happen. Put all the pressure on Chinese Taipei. Here comes the 0-2. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Valerio. Chris Quitzer is waiting his turn on deck. As we said, everybody pretty much from Spain, Cuba, for Spain is from Cuba, Dominican, or Venezuela. The only lone American is Quitzer. As the 1-2 pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on. It is lifted down the right field line, but it's going to slice and make its way into the seats. And the count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. We'll be back on again tomorrow. As we mentioned, it is going to be a battle between the Republic of South Africa and Chinese Taipei. So hopefully you can make it in for that one. As the right-hander kicks and fires, it's a breaking ball swung on and fouled off the catcher. The count remains at 1-2. One thing I don't know for sure, certainly during Premier 12, there would be a break in between the 5th and 6th innings, as we would typically see in a lot of the Asian leagues. They take their break between the 5th and 6th innings, come out and rake the field and everything else. I don't know, because they're playing World Baseball Classic rules, if that would be the case, as there is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And this battle is going to continue. This is going to be the 7th pitch of the at-bat now, to be delivered here to the right-handed hitting shortstop of Spain. So Valerio waiting here. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses down, and the count goes to 2-2. So the right-hander here has got himself into a bit of a jackpot. 21 pitches, 14 for strikes, but the bases are full. Fastball swung on, lined into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to be trouble. 1 run is in, and they are going to wave another one around, and 2 runs are in, and it's a 2-run single here for Valerio, and that is going to increase the lead to now 6-4. So they've restored the 4-run lead. So nice job there by Valerio. Good piece of hitting. Encarnacion came home with the 5th run. Ustaris came home with the 6th run. And we'll take a look. I believe Estrada held up at second base on that base hit. And that is going to bring Chris Quitzer to the plate. But that is going to be the end of the night here for the pitcher for Chinese Taipei. We're going to have ourselves a pitching change. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Your score is Spain 6, Chinese Taipei 2. We're in the top half of the 5th inning, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments. Appreciate you guys for being here. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Chris Quitzer coming to bat here, and we're just getting the pitching change and the update here for Chinese Taipei, as they are going to a left-hander here. And it looks like they are going to be bringing in another pitcher with the last name of Liu. It'll be Yanqing Liu. So he is taking over, 5'9" lefty. So we'll see how he ends up making out here. This is going to be the 5th pitcher used tonight. So Yanqing Liu on the mound. as he is ready to face Chris Quitzer, and Quitzer squares to bunt, takes a breaking ball down, and the count is quickly 1 ball and no strikes. Quitzer tonight 0 for 2. He lined out to the shortstop his first at bat, had a pretty good swing, and then he flew out to left field to end the third inning. As he squares again to bunt, and he pops it up over on the third base side, almost took his head off, came up and in. And the third baseman is going to make the grab, and that is going to retire him as Lee comes in and gets it. Fastball came up and in on him. And rode a lot of arm side run. Unable to get it down, ends up popping it up, and that is going to retire Quitzer for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up the catcher, Gabriel Lino. Lino tonight is 1 for 2. He doubled and struck out in his 2 trips. As the lefty Lou kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So good execution by the pitcher, Lou, there to come up and in. So again, the lefty Lou getting his sign and ready to go back to work. Chinese Taipei in the hole here by 4. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Count goes even to 1-1. Republic of South Africa on the docket for tomorrow, and then the night after will be Nicaragua. And here comes the 1-1 offering. It's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lino. As we said, we do appreciate everybody who's popped in to join us tonight. It's not exactly the stuff that we're talking about, being not like we're getting Otane or Yamamoto or Sasaki, as that fastball misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lefty holds himself to the set, now ready to go again. Checks the runner and delivers. It's a breaking ball, waved at and missed, and Lino is in the books. That's 2 outs now. So 2 gone here. It's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Carlos Colmenares. You got a chance here, Spain, to really pour it on and to be able to extend it. It's a 4-run lead's tough enough as it is. But if they got an opportunity to pound out a couple more runs here and chink away, it just makes it, or, chink away at the armor of the Chinese Taipei. Breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Colmenares is only 21 years old. Batting from the left side here. As we said, he made some spectacular plays. As the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that is waved on and missed, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-hander against the left-hander. Colmenares 1 for 2 in this one. He has a stolen base as well. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count goes to 1-2. And now the hitter has asked for time. We've seen tonight, I think it's 2 or 3 times tonight, we've seen pitch count or offensive batter delays that have resulted in penalties of an additional strike or an additional ball to the count. Fastball that misses off the outside corner of the plate, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whether you like that or whether you don't like it, the pitch counts. It has helped speed up the game in North America, I would say. If you're looking at a 3-hour plus game now below that mark. There's a breaking ball missing down. It's now 3-2 to Colmenares. Well, the runners are going to be in motion. Estrada, the runner at second. Valerio, the runner at first. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Colmenares. There is 2 gone in the inning as the lefty works himself to the set position, now delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is chopped softly down the third base line, but it's just going to roll foul. And the count remains at 3-2 to Colmenares. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the lefty ready to go again as Wu picks up his sign. Works himself to the set, now delivers. Oh, there's a breaking ball that's come in and hit Colmenares. That's going to load the bases. It's going to bring the top of the order up. Always bugs me when hitters duck, and they ducked. I don't know if he tried to avoid the pitch or if he ducked into it. And regardless, he's going to get first base awarded to him on the hit by pitch. It advances Estrada over to third. Valerio goes to second, loading the bases. It's going to bring up the top of the order. It's going to be the eighth hitter to come to bat. This is Andres Angulo. He's 0 for 3 tonight, looking for his first hit, but Spain is got themselves in a position right here where they are looking to pour on the lead. Bases loaded, 2 gone, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses up and away to Angulo. So 1 ball and no strikes. Angulo tonight has flown to left. He is struck out and grounded to short. It is 3 trips to the plate. Spain here looking to add on some runs. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down, and now it's 2-0 to Angulo. He's in a great spot here. Good hitters count. Angel Beltre waits his turn on deck. And then you don't want to get into the meat of the Spanish order because they have absolutely destroyed Chinese Taipei pitching tonight. Fastball that misses on the inside corner, and the count now goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. I don't know. Maybe you might want to just park the bat on the shoulder here for the next 3 pitches and see what he can do, or at least the next 2 anyway. So 3 balls, no strikes as the lefty works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses inside. It's going to be ball 4. And that's going to get a run across. So a bases loaded walk to Angulo. He brings home a run. That's going to bring home Estrada to score. It is now a 7-2 ball game. Valerio advances to third. Colmenares goes to second. And they have batted around here, has Spain, as it's going to bring Angel Beltre to the plate. Beltre tonight is 1 for 3. He singled in the first. He was raced on a fielder's choice. He's grounded to second and struck out his other 2 trips. Bases are still loaded, 2 gone here. 7-2 for Spain. I didn't notice, but I'm pretty sure they do have a mercy rule in effect as well. I don't think I'd be really happy if I was the home team getting mercied off my home field. Fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. They're looking to try to put another run on the board here, are Spain. 7-2 is the lead. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses upstairs. Count goes even at 1-1. If you're getting up early and you're a fan of Chinese Taipei, maybe you want to go back to bed as they find themselves in a 7-2 deficit. Pitch comes in and hits Beltre. Unbelievable. That's the second hit batter of the inning. It's going to increase the score to 8-2. Valerio is going to come home to score. Advancing to third is Colmenares. Angulo is going to go to second, and Beltre gets himself an RBI the hard way by getting hit by the pitch. And it's going to keep the bases loaded, and it is now 8-2. And this is the part of the batting order you don't want to face because Wander Encarnacion, Estares, and Estrada have all reached base tonight every time they've come to the plate. We got a visit to the pitching, to the mound, and it looks like that we might be getting a pitching change as well. Looks like Lou's night is going to be over with. And that is exactly what's going to happen. They're going to take the ball. We got bases loaded. We got 8-2 for Spain. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments as the pitching change has taken place, and we will get that for you when we return after this. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we have a pitching change on our hands here. It is going to be Bohao Chen coming in, and he is going to be facing Wander Encarnacion, who is the 3-hole hitter for Spain. Encarnacion tonight is 2 for 3. He has scored 3 of the 8 runs that the Spanish have put on the board. And he has 2 singles to his name. He's also bounced into a fielder's choice. So it is a part of the order here for the Spaniards that they have absolutely feasted on Chinese Taipei pitching. So here comes the first pitch to Encarnacion. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. As we said, this is the 10th hitter sent to the plate here in this inning. And, you know, if before the game you would have asked me if I would have thought Spain could win this game, absolutely. Did I think that it would be this score? And there's a ball hammered up the middle for a base hit. That's going to get 1 run in. Here comes the second run. The throw goes over to third. And it is now a 10-2 ball game here for Spain. An RBI single off the, or 2-run single off the bat of Encarnacion. His 3rd hit of the night. It is going to cash in Comaneres. He comes in to score, and Gulo comes in to score, and stopping at 3rd is Beltre, and Chinese Taipei is still not out of the woods yet, as there are runners on the corners with 2 gone, and it's going to bring up Jesus Ustares, who is 3 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 2 doubles to his name. He's looking to keep the streak going here for this middle part of the order. And the pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. This is absolutely unbelievable. So no balls and 1 strike to Ustares. 10-2, Spain here has the lead. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 1-1. At what point in time, I wonder if you're Chinese Taipei, do you have somebody that you have on your staff just bleed out the rest of the game, or at least try to keep him around? Breaking ball misses down and away. The count now goes to 2-1. I don't know how the manager will manage his staff, because obviously you want to be able to bring some guys back. At the same time, too, the game was close. You don't want to burn some of your quote-unquote better relievers. Breaking ball that is waved at and missed. Count now is 2-2 to Jesus Ustares. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at 3rd, Beltre. Runner at 1st, Encarnacion. 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball swung on and missed. First time tonight, Ustares is gone. He's down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning, but not until more damage has been done. Spain has poured it on here as they scored 6 runs in the inning. Unbelievable. On the benefit of 4 hits, there was no errors and there were 2 runners left aboard. We're now moving to the last half of the 5th inning. It is Spain 10, Chinese Taipei 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate that. And that is our friend Matt Hollis. And we're glad that you guys could join us here tonight. For those of you who have stuck around, boy, oh boy, it is a beatdown tonight so far as Spain has a 10-2 lead over Chinese Taipei as they are looking to continue the onslaught here. We've got ourselves coming to bat here for Chinese Taipei. It'll be Yu Chang, Ningting Wu, and Yu Che Cao. And the first pitch delivered to Yu Chang is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. And Yu Chang swings through a breaking ball. The count is 0-2. He has supplied all of the runs for Chinese Taipei tonight, Yu Chang, as he has himself a 2-run homer. In the third inning, it was funny, the first 6 pitches he saw from the starter Leva were all balls, and the only pitch that he got for a strike he deposited into the left field seats. And there's a fastball that swung on and missed, and Chang goes in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning, so 1 up and 1 away. That'll bring up the first baseman, Ningting Wu. So the mercy rule is 15 after 5 or 10 through 7, or they call it early termination of a game by World Baseball Classic rules. Fastball misses inside, and the count now goes to 1-0 on Wu. Wu is 1 for 2 tonight. He's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he hit a double back in the third inning. And the pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Right-hander again kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. This Rosso here is in his third inning of work. He's delivers. It is a fastball swung on, and it is lifted down the left field line. It's going to reach the seats, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Wu. Wu waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from the right-hander, who gets his sign from the catcher this evening, Lino. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses inside, sends Wu to the dirt as he crash landed over there. Ball went all the way to the backstop. So here we go. The right-hander Rosso ready to go again as he works to the set. Now delivers. Fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Wu stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 2. That's the second strikeout of the inning and the 5th of the game by Rosso. So we've got ourselves 2 gone here, and that is going to bring up the catcher, Yu Che Cao. And the first offering to Cao is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Cao is officially 0 for 1 tonight. He had popped to third and walked in his 2 trips. As the right-hander kicks and fires, it is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander ready to go again. Fastball swung on, grounded over to third. Encarnacion fields it. He throws it on 3 hops to first base, and they're going to be able to retire the catcher, Cao. Nice job there. The ball was hit pretty hard. Same thing. He had a hard time being able to come up with it as he did earlier in the inning. As we said, it bounced about 3 times. Nice pick job over at first base by the first baseman, Estares, and that is going to do it. A ground out. 5-3 to end the inning, and that will do it here through the first 5. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're now through 5 complete. Your score is Spain 10 and Chinese Taipei 2. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. This isn't quite how we drew up the game. But we are going to give you our friend Steve Rademacher. We'll be right back in just a few after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we'd like to support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to go check him out after the game for all your entertainment needs. It is going to be coming to bat here in the 6th inning. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Spain. It'll be Estrada, Valerio, and Quitzer scheduled to come to hit, as it is going to be a onslaught that has hurt the Chinese Taipei here tonight. Got to tell you, the ball game here is a little bit unexpected. 10-2 for Spain. As that is where we stand. It looks like that the pitcher is still going to be the reliever who came in the last half inning, which would be Bo Hao Chen. Looks like we have a new catcher behind the plate. As there looks like there could be some substitutions that are going on here for Chinese Taipei. We'll have to get those caught up as we go. I don't think that is the catcher Cow anymore. It doesn't look like it. First pitch is a fastball swung on. It is popped up into shallow right field. Coming in is the right fielder Wong. And then he has to back up on it and make the grab. And that is going to retire Estrada for the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch and 1 away, and that'll bring up the shortstop Edson Valerio. So the mercy rule is 10 runs through 7 innings. So Valerio at the plate, the 30-year-old. He is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 2 RBIs. Takes a fastball outside for ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch on the way is a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Valerio. There's a fastball that comes up and in, and the count now goes to 3-0. There was a run there in the last inning of hit batters. A couple of batters got hit. Beltre got hit. Colmenares got hit. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses way outside. It's going to be ball 4. Valerio is going to be aboard with a 1-out walk. And that's going to bring Quitzer to the plate, or scheduled to bring him to the plate. They show Spain's roster by birth. 10 Venezuelans, 9 Dominicans, 6 Cubans, a Colombian, an American, and only 1 Spaniard. And as I said before about the need for Spain to have some sort of domestic league, they've only got a few teams. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, count as 0-1. Remember, right, that Barcelona has a softball/baseball program. Pitch on the way is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is here to the left fielder Quitzer. sure Spain would love to be able to punch a couple more runs across if they could. Fastball misses up and away. 3-1. And now the catcher has come out to talk to Chen. As we said, they had the change behind the plate here as Cao is left the game. We'll have to do a double check to see if indeed that will be a replacement for him straight up in the batting order. And it actually is. It is Chang who is behind the plate. This is Xiaoheng Chang. Giving the starter a rest of the night off. There's a fastball swung on it. It's popped up on the infield over on the left side. It's playable. Underneath it is the third baseman. And it's going to be hauled in by Lee as he cuts in front of the shortstop Chang. And Quitzer is going to be retired. He's gone for the fourth time tonight. That is 2 in the books. It's going to bring up the catcher, Gabriel Lino. And for Lino, he is 1 for 3. He's got a double and 3 trips. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field. If it's going to be trouble, and this ball is gone. A 2-run shot by the catcher, Lino. And that is going to extend the lead to 12-2. And the fireworks continue here. It is now a 10-run lead. But remember, the 10-run rule is after 7 or through 7 innings. There's still lots of baseball to be played here potentially. So a 10-run lead here for Spain as they are continuing to pour it on Chinese Taipei. I don't know if I would have expected this kind of rout by any stretch, but the home fans are stunned. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Carlos Colmenares. And the first pitch to Colmenares is a fastball swung on a miss. Counts 0-1. Colmenares tonight is officially 1 for 2. He's got a single, a stolen base. He has scored a run. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out looking as he takes a fastball up and away, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. So if you're just tuning in with us, Spain here, top of the 6th inning, has themselves a 12-2 lead. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count now is 1-2 to Colmenares. Here's the pitch. Kicks and delivers fastball that just misses. That runs the count now even at 2-2. Our friend God is Great still in the house tonight. Sounded like he was hit by, it wasn't a pitch. It was something else, but maybe it was. Now there's a fastball swung on, lifted into shallow center field. Coming in on it is the center fielder, Chen. He's there to make the catch, and that is going to do it, but not till damage has been done. They got 2 more runs in the inning on the benefit of a 2-run homer off the bat of Gabriel Lino. So 2 runs on 1 hit. There was no errors. And there was nobody left on board. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is Spain 12, Chinese Taipei 2. Stick around. Our good friend, God is Great, is here with us. We'll chat it up with him when we come back in just a moment. Appreciate you for being here tonight with us. We may not even get to the 7th inning stretch tonight, but we'll be right back after these. We'll be back in just a few. Here's our friend Eric, keeping it real.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. You want to learn about Japanese baseball? See Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. It is coming to bat here for Chinese Taipei in their half of the sixth inning. It'll be Lin, Wang, and Lee. The first pitch delivered to Lin was taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Rosso still in the ball game as he had come on in relief. And the pitch on the way is a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Lin is going to be aboard with the second hit of the ball game for him tonight. He's got himself a single. And so they're going to try to claw their way back into this one is Chinese Taipei. So Lin aboard with a single. That brings up Po Swan Wang to the plate. And so that is Wang, who is 1 for 2 tonight. And the pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Our friend Jeremy Orr in the house, we welcome you to the stream. It's our first one of the year, so it's like a spring training game for us. Fastball ripped foul over on the first base side. The count is 1-1. We're going to be on tomorrow night and on as well on Sunday. It'll be all the Chinese Taipei games that we can fill ourselves with. Our friend Kai's Great says, do you know baseball or baseball? There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And then, of course, we'll do the other game. I believe that's on Tuesday for the 2-3 game in this series. There's a fastball swung on a chop foul over on the third base side. Then we're going to do some of the day games when the switches over into the United States. So there'll be the qualifiers with Germany, China, Brazil, and I believe Colombia is the other team as that fastball misses up and away, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Wang. So I'll be interested to see how that will shape up and shake out. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled away. The catcher, we didn't know where it went. The count remains at 3-2 to Wang here. Jeremy says game is on the MLB network. Yeah, they are showing that. And we are giving the stream. It's I'm not sure if it's available all over the world or not. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Wang on strikes. He's gone for the first out of the inning. I know I don't get the MLB network here. That's the one thing we don't get. We get the MLB, we get all kinds of other stuff, but the network we do not get. There's a fastball that swung on and missed, and at least in this part of the country, we'd probably like it if we could get it, or we'd be willing to pay for it. So here's the 0-1 on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses up and in, and the count is 1-1. Depends on who your cable provider is. It'll provide you the opportunity to be able to do it. We have done some previews. Our second podcast went out today. It was on the Oryx Buffaloes, as there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. What we were doing is season previews on the teams. We did one for the Saitama Cebu Lions the other night, or last week. This week it is the Buffaloes. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to put Lee into the books. He's gone for the second out. That's the second strikeout of the inning here recorded by the right-hander. And it looks like it's going to be the end of the night for Rosso. He's going to leave with 7 strikeouts. And we are going to see Jose Campos coming into the ball game. So that is going to be the pitching change here. We're going to just take a moment here. We'll get caught up. So Jose Campos coming into the ball game. He is going to relieve Rosso, who pitched absolutely brilliant So Campos coming on in relief. With 2 gone in the inning, he'll be the top of the order. And Chi Wei Lin to come to bat. But we'll be back in just a couple of moments. We appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Little preview of some of the stuff we'll have during the NPB season. So NPCB stats in our timeout. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the order in Chi Wei Lin coming to bat. Our friend Jeremy says he's going to go back and listen into the J series. Yeah, that would be pretty good. I don't think we did the whole series. We missed, I think, games 2 and 3. And we were able to call, I think, what was it, a 6-game set? And I think we got games 1, 4, 5, and 6. So 4 of the 6 games we were able to take care of. Sometimes that's the problem. We don't always have the time to be able to get everything done. I was hoping to get everything completed, or at least all the games done last year. There's a first pitch swung on. It is grounded foul just past the bag at first base. As Campos has entered the game, count is quickly 0-1 here to Lin. Lin turned on the first pitch that he saw, just hammered it foul. 0 for 3 tonight is Lenny is struck out twice and grounded to second. As Campos now kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on, and this one's grounded into right field. It's going to get into the corner. Lin is digging around second and heading to third, and that's going to put runners at the corners here for Chinese Taipei. So certainly there was no mystery here on Campos when he delivered the pitch. He was absolutely roughed up. But I got to tell you, that ball maybe should have been stopped by the first baseman. It was a hard hit ball, but you got to get your body in front of it. And the first baseman, Ustaris, ended up turning his head. It got through the wicket, but I don't think they'll do that yet. Jeremy said, have you done the Hall of Fame videos yet? I've got a few of them that are propped up. Yeah, ready to go, but I'd like to save them until the start of the season, then I can sort of space them out. I've got the first few done, actually. So I'll drop them during the year. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Got a lot of little videos, little snippets and things done, prepared for the season. Fastball swung on and missed. Count now goes to 0-2. We're going to call more Central League games this year as well. Looking forward to that. And then, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, unfortunately, not going to go back to Japan this year. We're going to go to Taiwan instead. There's a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul into the seats on the first base side. So I'm going to try to get to, there's 6 teams in the Taiwanese league. In a perfect world, I'd like to get to all 6 stadiums, but probably only going to be able to get to 3 or 4. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined to the third baseman, Encarnacion. He makes a great grab, and that is going to do it and end the inning. As that is going to do it here in the 6th for Chinese Taipei. They threaten, but they don't score. No runs in the inning. There were 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 6 complete. Your score is Spain 12, Chinese Taipei 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We'll continue to chat with the chat and everybody else that pops in. Here's another one for you. As we said, we are going to give you guys a little bit of some of the stuff that we have here that we'll be doing in between games in the Japanese League. Welcome back, everybody. Our friend Jeremy was asking a couple questions. Are we going to do any preseason NPB games? Yeah, we have some on the slate that we're probably going to look at doing. We aren't going to do anything, I don't believe, in the month of February. When I think about where we're at with the schedule, or at least where the schedule is going to be at, March the 28th is the regular season opener. When I look at the exhibition schedule, not the interleague, but the exhibition schedule for Japan, February and March. February 22nd is when the exhibition season opens, which would be this Saturday, but we're not going to call anything a Saturday or Sunday or Monday because we're going to be focused on this here. And once that is, they get through some of that. Plus, the other thing is they're still playing in some of the other grounds. Looks like we have a pitching change. Xiang Xiu, 19-year-old, on the mound here. So Xiu is on in relief. This is going to be the 7th pitcher used tonight by Chinese Taipei. First pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike. It is the top of the order, and Gulo, Beltre, and Encarnacion to come to bat here to face the right-hander. As the pitch is on its way, it is a fastball swung on and tap foul over on the third base side. Count now goes to 0-2. And there is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and Gulo goes into the books. He's gone on strikes for the first out of the inning. One up and one away. It'll bring up Engel Beltre to the plate. So Bo Hao Chen was replaced by Xiang Xiu. Xiu delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It's chopped over the head of the pitcher, off his glove. Fielded by Yu Chang. He throws to first. It's not going to be in time. Beltre is going to get his second hit of the night. It's going to go as an infield single. As we mentioned, tomorrow it'll be same time tomorrow night. Chinese Taipei and South Africa, and then Nicaragua, Chinese Taipei the next night. And it would be on Tuesday that we would be doing the 2-3 game, depending upon who that is. So we'll look to finish it off here. As they throw to first base and getting back in time easily is Beltre. But our friend Jeremy was asking the question about, what we would look to do. Then when you get into March 1st, then you start looking at some of the games that we're going to be looking to do. There's a breaking ball ticket for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Encarnacion. Encarnacion tonight has reached base every time he's come to the bat. He is 3 for 4. He has scored 3 runs. He's knocked in a pair. Fastball comes up and in and just misses him, and the count now goes to 1-1. So then I'd have to look. They play Saturday and Sunday on the 1st and the 2nd. Then they go through some of the games during the week. And so we are going to call some games during the week. We'll just have to take a look at what some of the matchups will be. And we do want to get some games under our belt as well. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to first. They go to second for 1, back to first. And, oh, boy, that's never a good thing. The base runner, Encarnacion, who's the third baseman, and he is pulled up lame down the line. It's going to be a 3-6-3 double play. But it looks like his night is going to be over. And what an unfortunate piece for him as he was running down the line. He had just hurt himself. He's down in a heap of pain. I wish we could see that replay yet again. He's probably more in tears that he's hurt himself, that he probably knows that he's not going to be coming back for any more duties. We're going to take a little time out in a commercial break. We'll come back in just a few. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Chinese Taipei has got to score a run to keep the game alive. If not, we're going to be wrapping it up here after this half inning. It'll be Chen, Chang, and Wu to come to bat. But we'll be right back after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. And as we did, we're giving you a little snippets and a couple of our things from the NPB. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. We are just have a timeout here in the action. It'll be Chen Chang and Wu to come to bat. But as we mentioned, it was Wander Encarnacion, the third baseman for Spain, had pulled up lame coming down the first baseline. And as we mentioned, he's probably more in pain knowing that he can't go on any further. We'll have to wait and see how this all checks out. And he is in the dugout. Looks like they'll have a replacement for him at third base. It is going to be Carlos Colmenares. He is going to go from second over to third. Looks like there's other defensive substitutions as well. Edgar Rondon replaces him in the batting order. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike at the knees by Chen. Count is 0-1. So Chen here looking to try to keep the game alive. There's a breaking ball that is down, and the count is 1-1. So 1-1 strike. Can only imagine getting mercied off your home field. Probably not a great feeling. 12-2 is the score. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses inside. It's now 2-1 to Chen. So there are a couple of changes defensively, and we'll try to keep up with that as we can. The pitch on the way is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into left field, slicing toward the line, running hard, and it's going to bounce in fair territory. And legging out a double here is going to be Chi-Hsian Chen. And he will take the hits any way he can get it. That's going to be his second hit of the night, second double that is as well. And that's going to bring up, or scheduled to bring up, the shortstop, Yu Chang. So Chang tonight has accounted for the 2 runs that Chinese Taipei has scored. He had a 2-run homer in the third, and that was sandwiched between a walk and a strikeout. So the first pitch is on the way. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Chang. So no balls and 1 strike. Our friend Jeremy asked if I watched the hockey tournament. It's really good. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. Actually, I didn't really watch much of it all, just because of the schedule of work and everything else in the way. I was keeping tabs on it, but I didn't watch the tournament. Certainly a lot better than the NBA All-Star game and their festivities, as that fastball misses outside. Count is 1-2. I say that not out of disdain for basketball, because I like basketball. The way the NBA All-Star weekend has gone, it's past its expiry date almost. Fastball swung on. It is lifted foul into the seats. Count remains at 1-2. But the hockey tournament, I was listening to some basketball folks that I listen to. I do listen to the Bill Simmons podcast. He had a couple of guests on, and they were, obviously, he's a basketball kind of football guy. I was listening to his podcast, and they had nothing but good things to say about that hockey tournament. Here comes the pitch from the right-hander Campos. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. It's now 2-2 to Yu Chang. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Campos works himself to the set position. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Whoa, fastball over the head of Chang all the way to the backstop. That's going to run the count full. And advancing to third base on the wild pitch is Chen. That ball was right over the head of the batter. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is. Jeremy Orr says the NBA is bad now. There's no defense. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field, moving over underneath it and making the catch as the right fielder, tagging at third, but holding up is the runner Chen. That wasn't deep enough. Yu Chang is gone for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Nin-Ting Wu. Yeah, the NBA, it's hard to watch sometimes. I like to say that I really enjoy watching the NBA. I like the sport. I've actually turned to watching the NBL, and I've watching college basketball more because it's more entertaining. Whereas the NBA, I find the entertainment value of it to be not as good. There's a fastball swung on. This ball's lined into right field. It's down for a base hit. Wu has got himself an RBI single, and Chinese Taipei will stay alive, and they'll keep this game going. So an RBI single off the bat of Wu brings home Chen. There's still one gone here in the 7th. And that is going to bring up the catcher. It'll be Chang coming to bat here as he had replaced Cao. So Campos kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses low, and the count is 1-0. The score now is 12-3 for Spain over Chinese Taipei. That is probably an emotional win there by not getting mercied off your home field. Fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes even to 1-1. I always hate that when somebody walks into your yard and sticks it to you. And the 1-1 on the way. It's a fastball swung on. It is chopped over to the pitcher Campos. He fields it, underhands it to first. That's going to be a ground out to 3. Advancing over to second base is Nin-Ting Wu, and it's going to bring up Zhu Wei Lin with 2 gone here in the inning. Lin is 2 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and a double in his 3 trips to the plate. As the right-hander Campos ready to face Lin here. Kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. But yet the cheerleaders and the crowd is still into it here. We're still trying to cheer their home team on, but it is almost an insurmountable task, as that ball is a fastball that's waved at and missed. The count is 1-1 to Lin. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander works himself to the set position. Here comes the 1-1 offering. Delivers a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Jeremy says, how many games are you planning to do this year? Well, last year, we didn't reach our goal. I was hoping to do over 100 games. And there's a fastball swung on. It is lifted down the left field line. It's going to slice its way into the seats, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Lin. I think I only did about 76 or some odd games, but the goal this year is 100. And certainly with us kicking off here with the Classic and then getting into the NPB pretty much April, May, and June, I would expect to be fairly busy. We get in July and August, and then I got to peel back a bit. As that fastball swung on, is driven into deep center field. Giving chase on it is the center fielder Beltre, and he makes an over-the-shoulder catch on the warning track as he slides. What a play there by Beltre, and that's going to end the inning. But unfortunately, I guess in some ways, this game is going to continue because they had their chance to mercy him off, and they didn't. And that will do it here for Chinese Taipei in the 7th. They had 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We now move to the top of the 8th. Your score is Spain 12 and Chinese Taipei 3. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. The pitching parade is going to continue here for the Chinese Taipei national team. It is Yuan Chen who's coming into the ball game. I do believe Chen is the last name. So he is going to be, by our books, the 8th pitcher used tonight by the Chinese Taipei, and it is going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to come to bat: Ustaras, Estrada, and Valerio. The first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Ustaras tonight is 3 for 4. He's got 2 doubles, a single. He's scored 3 runs and driven in 1. Only blemish is the strikeout in the 5th inning. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball swung on, is lifted into shallow center field. Coming in on it and making the catch is the center fielder Chen, and that will retire Ustaras for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 away, and they'll bring up the designated hitter, Rusper Estrada. And Estrada's had himself a heck of a night as well. He is officially a 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. He's got 3 runs driven in. He's scored a run. Had a hot night at the plate. His only blemish has been a fly out to right field in his trips. So we're asking Jeremy Jeremy was asking about how many games we plan to. So the plan is to get at least 100 games, as we have a time count violation here on the pitchers. So it's 1 ball and no strikes. I think that's the 4th time tonight we've seen a pitch count or a time count violation. If you're keeping a track with us, 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-1 on Estrada. So that would be the goal for us, is to get at least 100 games, and we may be able to get more. I'm going to try to shoot for some daytime games as well in the major leagues. So I'll be looking forward to doing that. And we'll keep ourselves busy in that different way. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. Count now goes to 1-2 on Estrada. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. It is a fastball taken just inside, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander working himself to the set, kicks and delivers. Fastball down. Nice stop there by the catcher Chang. Runs the count now to 3-2. So all that for nothing when you have nobody on base. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Estrada. Pitcher Chen ready to deliver as he holds to the set, kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on, popped up over on the left side of the infield, moving over underneath it as the 3rd baseman Lee, and he's there to make the catch. That is going to retire Estrada. He's gone for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that'll leave it all up to the shortstop, Edison Valerio. And Valerio tonight, he's done his part. He is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single. He's driven in a couple of runs. He's scored a couple of runs. He's also drawn a walk. As the pitch on the way is a fastball at the knees, taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander holds to the set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander Chen works and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. Oh, it's fouled right off into the catcher. That is going to leave a mark for sure. And so Cheng is going to get up and he's going to walk around a little bit to shake it off. Right into the family jewels. Jeremy says he's going to try to follow the NPB really close this year. Yeah, one of the things I'm interested in is I've been going through the Pacific League and making my notes, making my reports and stuff and getting it ready. I don't want to give too much away from some of the podcasts, obviously, but I'd have to say that the Buffaloes, the one that we did today, we're picking the Buffaloes to get back to the playoffs this year. Fastball misses up and in, 2-2. I think it's going to be Chiba's year to drop out. Losing Roki Sasaki as they had, I don't know if they're going to be able to replace that. I didn't look to see. I think Dallas Keuchel's done there too. I don't think he's going back for another year as that fastball misses up. Now 3-2 to Valerio. But certainly, I think Chiba is on its way out of the playoff picture. I think it's going to be a 3-horse race in the Pacific. In the Central League, fastball swung on and chop foul over on the third base side. Central League will supply a little bit of action as well. I think that pretty much the only team that I wouldn't pick would be the Dragons. I think they're, whether they finish last or not, they're definitely not going to make the playoffs. Here's the pitch. Fastball is swung on, is grounded up the middle into center field. And Valerio's got himself his second hit of the night. Base hit single, and that will bring up the, scheduled to bring up the left fielder Quitzer, but Quitzer has been substituted out. We'll get you the replacement for him. It is going to be Frank Hernandez coming in to hit here. That'll be his first appearance. So Frank Hernandez getting the nod. (5'9", 185-pound right-handed hitter here. So 2 gone here in the 8th inning. Runner at first. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses down and in for a ball. And the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. As Jeremy says about wanting to follow the NPB a lot closer. We're going to call more Central League games this year than we have in the years past. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 2-0. Much by demand, we have a lot of demand for the Hiroshima Carp. A lot of people like the Carp. And we are going to spend some time calling some more of their stuff. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 3-0 on Hernandez. Waiting on deck is Gabriel Lino, who had hit a 2-run homer his last time up. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses down and away. It's going to be ball 4. And so Lino's going to get a chance to hit again, as that puts runners at first and second here with 2 gone. And Lino with the big stick tonight. He has homered, he's doubled, and he's struck out twice. So 2 for 4 with a couple RBIs. It's always the fear when you're doing the games, and I remember doing some games in the NPB a few years ago, and the score is out of control by the 2nd or 3rd inning, and you're like, going to have to hang in here and just do it. As that breaking ball misses down and away to Lino. 1 ball and no strikes. But that's what makes it sort of fun, too, sometimes. You get to talk about other things. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 1-1. Spain has 12 runs on the board tonight to 3 by Chinese Taipei. And the pitch is on its way. It's a fastball that misses inside. Count goes to 2-1. As I said earlier at the top of the stream, I would have picked Spain to win tonight, to be honest. But I wouldn't have picked this kind of score. If there was going to be a win in this one, I would think that this was a game for the getting. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball missing way outside. It's now 3-1 to Lino. Well, if they can get here, it looks like they have the Colmenares is on deck. He moved over to third base in that last half inning. Once Encarnacion left the game hurt, there's a fastball swung on it, has popped up into right field, coming over underneath it and making the catch is the right fielder Wong, and that is going to do it here. Lino is gone for the third out of the inning. They strand a couple of runners in the inning. There was no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Your score is Spain 12, Chinese Taipei 3. Hang with us, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom half of the 8th inning. It'll be Wong, Lee, and Lin to come to bat, as this game will go the distance. We weren't really sure there for a while, and Chinese Taipei was able to squeak a run across to make it 12-3. It is a 10-run rule, but we're not going to see that now, especially in the top of the next inning. They will get their opportunity to be able to bat. So it is still Campos on the mound for Spain. Or no, check it as Fernando Baez now. They've had a very similar profile, and the pitch from Baez is a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. So Fernando Baez on the hill, and they are really pretty much down to 6 outs to go in this one. As the right-hander delivers a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Wong. So 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 2-1. Baez to face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 3-1. To tell you, when I see some of these Spanish pitchers here, there's a couple of guys that are pretty healthy. It doesn't look like they've missed many meals. Jeremy says, and the Giants, I know the Giants have a good feed. There is a fastball that just misses off the inside corner, and it's going to be ball 4. I can tell Baez didn't like that one. So Wong is aboard. He is at first. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Sung Xian Lee. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. Lee tonight is officially 0 for 2. He's got a walk and a stolen base. He's popped to the catcher and struck out. Pitch on the way is a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. Yeah, I'm personally looking forward to the season this year. I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to shape up in the Japanese league. Fastball misses up and in, and the count's now 3-0, and now that's going to bring the catcher out to the mound. Lino wanting to come and have a word with his right-hander. I mean, it's pretty simple. Just throw strikes, let them hit the ball, put it in play. You got 6 outs to get, and you got 9 runs to play with. So, cares if they get a couple of runs here or there. You got a pretty good cushion. If Spain ended up losing this game, I want an investigation on the money line. See who's got any rings that might be crawling into something like that. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. It's now 3-1. But I look at this pitcher on the mound, Baez, just as Campos was. They're a very heavy set. Fastball swung on it, has popped up on the left side of the infield. Underneath it, with plenty of room, is the third baseman, and that is brought in by Comaneras, and that will retire Lee for the first out of the inning. So 5 outs to go here for Spain, and they get themselves a victory on the road. So one of the books, and that brings up the top of the order in Lin. The first pitch delivered is a fastball taken for a ball. The count is 1-0. Chi-Wei Lin tonight is officially 1 for 4. He's got a single and 4 trips. He's grounded out and struck out twice. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes even at 1-1. I was talking about the profile of these pitchers here, and one of the things is when you're not in the best of shape, trying to be able to finish out innings, he looks like a smaller version of Alek Manoah, the Toronto Blue Jay right-hander. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. But when you're not well conditioned, it is hard to pitch. It's hard to throw strikes. Pitch on the way, fastball misses up and in. Count now goes to 3-1. Waiting on deck is Chung Yu Chen. As the right-hander kicks and fires a fastball taken right down the middle for a called strike. Count now is full here to Lin. Runner at first is Wong, and there is one gone, and the pitch on the way is a fastball swung on. It's drilled into deep center field, giving chase at the edge of the warning track, and hauling it in is Beltre. That is going to retire Lin for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone, and it's going to bring up the DH, Chung Yu Chen. And for Chen, well, he is officially 0 for 4 tonight. He reached on an error and scored a run in the third. He is grounded to short, flown to right, and lined to third. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses, and the count is 1-0. So Chung Yu Chen here at the plate as the right-hander kicks and fires. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Right-hander again working himself to the set. As Baez delivers a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, the right-hander working to the set, kicks and fires. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Chen. Game started with so much promise and so much anticipation, but boy, the Spanish have sure spoiled it here tonight for the Chinese Taipei faithful as that fastball swung on and fouled away. I'm trying to remember if Chinese Taipei has actually ever been in a World Baseball Classic in the past. I know some of the teams that have gone to these qualifiers. As the 2-2 pitch is ready to come here. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats. Count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baez works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses down. It's now 3-2. And how inefficient has Baez been so far? He's thrown 23 pitches. And Chi-Hsian Chen is waiting his turn on deck. I think he would love to come up to bat here. a couple of ducks on the pond. He's got a couple of hits tonight. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside. It's going to be ball 4. Chen gets himself a walk. It's going to advance Wong over to second. Runners are at first and second now. It's going to bring Chi Xian Chen to the plate, and it's going to bring the pitching coach out of the Spain dugout to come out and have a talk with Baez. And we're going to have a full-on conference on the mound of Spanish players. The whole infield is coming in. Are they going to take the ball from them? It looks like they might. We are going to have a pitching change. It's going to be Daniel Alvarez is coming in as Fernando Baez's night is done. So Daniel Alvarez is coming in. He's going to be the 5th pitcher used tonight by Spain. He's going to try to get this inning over with here as they've got 2 on and 2 gone. And we'll be back in just a couple moments as the pitching change will be had here. We'll give ourselves a little break. So hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this. Appreciate you guys for listening in with us tonight. On the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back in a few. Welcome back, everybody. We have a pitching change that we're just waiting on here. It's going to be Daniel Alvarez coming on in relief, as he will be the 5th pitcher used here by Spain tonight. Chi Xian Chen is slated to come to bat, as there are runners at first and second with 2 gone here. As we said tonight, we were 1 out away or 1 run away from being able to knock it down early. And, of course, that didn't happen as the Chinese Taipei scratched out a run in the bottom of the 7th inning. And that was extending this one here. We thought the mercy rule might have been in play. But here we go as they are ready to resume the action. So this is Chen at the plate. And he takes a first pitch fastball up and away for ball 1. We set another pitcher on the mound, Daniel Alvarez here, who is from Venezuela. There looks like there is a little bit of extra girth around the waistline. There's a fastball that misses up and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Some of the pitchers here, I have to wonder what their conditioning is like entering into the affair. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. It is popped up into the right side of the infield, moving over underneath it. I believe that is Hernandez, and he's there to make the catch, and that is going to do it. As Chinese Taipei threatened, but they don't score. No runs in the inning. There was no hits, no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is Spain 12, Chinese Taipei 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being with us here tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Another one of our teasers of our in-between innings stuff on our Japanese games, one we'll call a little later this year. Hang tight.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right. if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to bat here, as it looks like it is going to be Don Ming Lee on in relief. This is going to be yet another pitcher used tonight by Chinese Taipei. So we've got Dong Ming Lee on in relief, as he's going to be facing the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to bat here for Spain. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Friend Jeremy asked the question, and he says, do you think that the summer leagues are underrated? There's a fastball that is waved at and missed. Counts 0-2. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Summer leagues as in summer leagues for baseball, for the European leagues. So you're going to have to kind of qualify that a little bit. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses down and it almost hits Combinaire as the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander rocking himself into the windup and delivers. Fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Combinaire stood there like the house by the side of the road. The home plate umpire rang him up. He's in the books for the first out of the inning. 1 gone. That'll bring up the top of the order in Andres Angulo. The baseball summer leagues. Fastball misses down here to Angulo. 1 ball and no strikes. I'm not really sure. I get the question there. There's a fastball that misses upstairs to Angulo. Like, I mean, the Asian leagues and certainly the Major League Baseball, those leagues are all the, where the action is. There's a fastball that misses down. It's now 3 balls and no strikes to Angulo. And all 3 of those leagues are, in Asia, the Chinese league, the Japanese league, Korean league, to different extents are pretty good to watch. Fastball misses down. It's going to be ball 4. Angulo's got himself a walk. It's the second walk of the ball game for him. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Engel Beltre. Beltre is 2 for 4 tonight. He's got 2 singles. He's also been hit by a pitch and driven in a run. So Beltre batting from the left side here against the right-hander, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander ready to deliver again. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside. It's now 2-0 to Beltre. So I guess my thought on it is that, I guess from a perspective is that, people, what are they watching? There's a fastball swung on. It's looped softly and a great catch by the second baseman. He throws back behind the runner and unable to double off Angulo, but a great play by Lin as he had to get on his horse. He was in double play depth, and he had to get on his horse and go into shallow center field and make an over-the-shoulder catch. Nice defensive play and a reaction and good awareness to be able to turn back to try to get the base runner sleeping. If the throw would have been better, they might have had a legitimate chance. So the first pitch delivered to, I believe that is it's Edgar Rondon who is up to bat. He's come in to replace Encarnacion. As Encarnacion had hurt himself right legging out a ball to first base, and there's a fastball swung on, and he's now in the hole at 0-2. So the first at bat here for Rodon tonight. as he checks his swing, and they go to the third base umpire, and they said he went around. That is the hurry up, let's get this game over with call, as that is going to do it here in the ninth inning for Spain. No runs in the inning. There was no hits, no errors. There was a runner left aboard. We're going to the bottom of the ninth inning. Your score is Spain 12, Chinese Taipei 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Here's another one of our snippets from the NPB. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Chang, Wu, and Chang to come to bat. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. Yu Chang swings and he lifts that one foul into the seats down the right field line. And the count now goes to 0-2. Yu Chang, as we mentioned, at the top of the stream, signed a contract with the Guardians of the Chinese League for 3.5 years. Fastball misses up and in. I'm not sure why it's a half a year or what that reasoning is for. But he was drafted in the first round, I think the first overall pick of the 2024 draft. So he is going to be applying his trade as that fastball swung on and fouled away in the Chinese Professional League starting next year. So it'll be interesting to see how he fares. Looks like they put a lot of money into him. Pitch on the way. It is a breaking ball. I'll take it for a called third strike. Oh, Chang stood there like the house by the side of the road, watched it go by for out number one as he is in the books. There's a breaking ball there from the right-hander Alvarez. Really locked up Chang there, and he can't believe that it was called third strike. So one of the books, and that will bring up the first baseman, Ning-Ting Wu. And the first pitch to Wu is a breaking ball, taken for a called strike. Wu's had himself a nice game tonight. 2 for 4. He's got a single, a double. He's driven in a run. As the pitch on the way is a breaking ball swung on. He goes the other way with it, and it's going to get down for a base hit single. So the third hit of the night for Wu as he's got himself a single. The former Saitama Cebu Lion. Not sure what he's up to these days. I got to go take a look to see if he's back in the Chinese league. I don't remember him at all last year in the NPB. So it looks like we got ourselves a pinch hitter on our hands here. It is going to be Woon Ji Chen. So he is coming to bat for the catcher. So Woon Ji Chen on to hit. The first pitch on the way, he squares the bunt, and he takes it for a called strike. The count's 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander Alvarez holding to the set. Pitch on the way. It is a fastball that misses upstairs. Counts 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander Alvarez ready to go again. Kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. Count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to the pinch hitter, Chen here. As the right-hander works himself to the set position, now delivers. Breaking ball, take it for a called third strike. Oh, Chang's in the books. He stood there like the house by the side of the road. Watch that go by for out number 2. And that is going to leave it all up to Zhu Wei Lin. Just having a quick look at the Spanish pitchers tonight. And that is the 10th strikeout tonight recorded by the Spanish pitchers. First pitch from Alvarez is a fastball missing upstairs. Count is 1-0. Lin tonight is 2 for 4. A single, a double. He has struck out and flown to center field in his 4 trips to the plate. As the right-hander holds to the set, now he kicks and fires. Breaking ball misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. As the pitch is delivered, it is a breaking ball that comes inside, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Pitch on the way. And that is another breaking ball that misses. It's now 3-1 here to Lin. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander holds to the set position, now kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and fouled straight back. And now the count is full. So they're down to their last strike as Chinese Taipei. They've got the runner Wu is at first base. There is 2 gone here. They're down to their final strike, down to their final out. As the right-hander works himself to the belt. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses upstairs. It's going to be ball 4, and Spain can't quite put away Chinese Taipei yet. That puts runners at first and second. And that is going to bring up Po Swan Wang, but it's going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout. 20 pitches already here for Alvarez, probably getting the old token, hey, we got to get these guys out here. Whatever you got to do to get the ball across the plate, because there are some rules with the pitching and how many days rest that they have to have. And as I said, we just saw that a couple of moments ago. I wouldn't think they want to burn up another arm. You want to keep some guys fresh. Well, I got to tell you, that pitching coach for Spain, that is one heavy set dude. So it brings up to the plate Po Swang Wang. The pitch on the way is a fastball that just misses down and in. I'm not sure where that pitch was. That looked pretty good. Umpiring's not been bad tonight. I can't really lament on it that bad, but there's been times it's been questionable. There's a fastball swung on its line down the right field line into the corner in right field. That's going to get a run in as they come up firing, and it is going to stop Lin over at third base, but it's going to be an RBI double for Wang. So he gets himself an RBI double. That's going to cut the lead to 12-4. End to score was Ning-Ting Wu. Stopping at third is Lin. And it's going to bring Sung Xian Lee to the plate. Keep our eye here on the Spanish bullpen. If they decide they're going to go to the pen again. And it looks like we may have a pinch hitter at the plate, and this is going to be Sung coming to the dish. This is going to be Cheng Jui Sung. So he will pinch hit for Lee here. First pitch fastball misses outside. So Cheng Jui Sung. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball that goes all the way to the backstop. That's going to get another run in. That's going to increase the score line to 12-5. It's going to advance Wong over to third as Lin has come in to score. So as this goes on, the score line is now starting to become a little bit more palatable. So 2 balls and no strikes it is here to the pinch hitter Sung. Runner at third, 2 gone. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled off the catcher, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As the right-hander again works himself to the belt. Now he kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes even to 2-2. We got a 12-5 ball game now here for Spain over Chinese Taipei. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on, popped up over on the left side of the infield. Camping out underneath it is the third baseman. And that is going to be caught by Colmenares. And that'll do it here as this ball game is over. They got 2 runs in the inning, did Chinese Taipei, on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. Your final score, it is Spain 12 and Chinese Taipei 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back to wrap it up for you here in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us. Hang tight. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay! Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
All right, everybody. Well, we want to thank you for stopping in and listening tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We've got our final score is Spain 12, Chinese Taipei 5. This was the second game of 2 games in the bracket between Spain, Chinese Taipei, Nicaragua, and South Africa. The earlier game tonight, it was in extra innings. The Nicaraguans beat South Africa 2-1 on a walk-off single in the bottom half of the 10th to win that one there. Here it was pretty much all Spain early and often tonight. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning on a RBI single off the bat of Jesus Ustares. And then it was Arusper Estrada knocking home Ustares with make the score 2-0. Spain increased their lead to 4-0 in the third inning when they added 2 more runs on the board after a 1-out single by Encarnacion and a double by Ustares. Up stepped Estrada with a 2-run double that made the scoreline 4-0. Chinese Taipei got a pair back in the bottom of the third when Yu Chang stepped up and deposited a 2-run homer into the left field seats. That made the score 4-2. But Spain added to their lead with 6 runs in the 5th inning. They sent 11 batters to the plate. It was Colmenares who it was leading off. It was the inning. It was Encarnacion had singled. Stars had singled. And a walk to Estrada loaded the bases. A 2-run double off the bat of Valerio after a pop-out by Quitzer and a strikeout to Lino. It was Colmenares, who was hit by a pitch to reload the bases. And then it was a bases-loaded walk to Angulo that brought home a run. Beltre was hit with the bases loaded. That brought home another run. And then a 2-run single off the bat of Encarnacion brought home 2 more. And that made the scoreline at the time 10-2. Spain added 2 more in the 6th. A one-out walk by Valerio. And then after a pop-out by Quitzer, up stepped Lino, and he hit a 2-run homer, and that made the scoreline 12-2. We thought we were going to be watching the end of this one pretty quickly. And then it was a Chinese Taipei in the 7th inning, a leadoff double by Chen, and then an RBI single by Ning-Ting Wu brought him home with 1 gone, and that made the scoreline 12-3, and that's why we kept going. We got to the 9th inning, and then they added a couple more to Chinese Taipei. After 1 out, it was a single by Wu. And then after a strikeout by the pinch hitter, which would have been Chen, a walk to Lin and a RBI double off the bat of Wong made the score 12-5, and that is where it stood. And that was your final. All right, everybody, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow, so hopefully you can come on in and join us for a little bit of action. This is game 1 of 2025 under our belts tonight. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us here. Have yourself a great night. We will see you guys again tomorrow, and we'll do a checkout here with not much of a sign-off. We hope you guys will be back again with us tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.